Good morning, everybody. Resale Rabbit here. So this is technically part 2. Part 1 was on the other channel, linked down below. You can't see there. I'm in Las Vegas. I'm going to go to ASD, which technically starts tomorrow. I'm going to try and get in today. So first things first, let's get some light on. I'll get this fancy mirror here. First things first, I am going to take care of some personal stuff. I have to get laundry dropped off because I took a cheap flight, so I could only carry that backpack. And it's cold. I can only fit so many sweaters in there. So I'm gonna get that dropped off to get laundry done. Unfortunately, my hotel does not have a laundry service, which is surprising. It's a pretty fancy place. But right around the corner, it's like a 12-minute walk, there's a laundromat, and they have drop-off service. So I'm going to drop off laundry. I'm going to stop at Walgreens and get some water. So I stopped buying $3 waters here. And then we're going to go to ASD. Now, it technically doesn't open yesterday, but I met a woman on the train last night. I don't have a car here. I've been taking the train back and forth. You really should watch yesterday's video. It would make things easier. Anyways, so I met a woman on the train. She is with this big company out of Chicago. That is liquidating, like they bought out a company and they're liquidating all the product or something, and they want to meet with me at ASD today. The CEO or owner or whatever, higher up, I don't even know who this guy is. I thought she said he was the owner. I don't know. He texted me today and said, hey, come stop by our booth today. We want to meet with you. So that is what I am doing today. I'm on the 7th floor, and one thing I love being on low floors, the elevators are usually pretty quick. See, on a high floor, you might have to wait longer to get on the elevator, but then the elevator is going to make a stop, like every 3 floors on the way down. I'm pretty sure the 6th floor is the lowest where they have guests. At least that's the lowest I've seen someone get off. And it's missing a whole bunch of the lower floors on the elevator. There we go. So they have 2, 3, and 5, but I've yet to see anyone use those. So I'm outside of my hotel, and just next to that tall building is the laundromat. She did not speak English, so that was a little difficult, but Monday, 10 a.m. it'll be ready. It's $3 a pound, which is a little pricey, but $15 is better than spending, it was like $63 to get a larger bag, to have a carry-on. I'd rather spend $15. Of course, if it was warmer out, I wouldn't need as many sweaters, and I'd be able to fit it all in the bag. I just realized one of my shirts is ripped. I got it at Goodwill and didn't notice until after I bought it. The sleeve has like a 4-inch tear on it that keeps getting worse. But it's fine to wear under a sweater. But I hope they don't get worried thinking they damaged it, because it was already like that. I'm sure it's fine. Here's my little taste of home. Neenah Foundry, Neenah, Wisconsin. It's about 30 miles or so from my house. My girlfriend lives there. I see those everywhere. Anytime you're out walking, look at anything cast iron, like manhole covers or something. If you see Neenah Foundry, it came from near me, and you'll see them pretty often. Of course, it would have been a lot cheaper to bring them to a laundromat and do it myself, but I don't have 2 hours to sit at a laundromat because I'm out of town. The hope was the hotel would have a service. Most hotels do. This one doesn't, oddly. So it works. It was kind of a last-second thing that I had to find because I was expecting laundry service. All right, let's go to Walgreens. Get some waters and stuff. This Walgreens is full of Las Vegas stuff. I'm kind of glad I never get this on pallets. Kind of wish they had the bigger bottles, but $4 for a 6-pack. I was paying 2 for 5. They were a little bit bigger, but this will work for me. These are the only ones with the bigger bottles, but still 2 for 5. I'm really not saving a whole lot, but it's something.
Arriving at West Rail Liners, 104 Liberals in the street trying to get in and out of the convention.
Somebody forgot her baby. She was literally sprinting over there to get the baby. I've been on so many escalators today. People from Wyoming would be jealous. This place is so big, they have a car shuttle service to get you to the different parts of the convention. Of course, that doesn't open till tomorrow when they open. I'm getting my steps in today. I did over 22,000 steps yesterday, and I wasn't even at the convention yesterday. Seriously though, I've probably walked 2 miles now just inside this building. And here we go. So I ran into a buddy of mine here. He's off doing his thing now. I have a meeting with somebody in here. So much stuff here. So it's hard to film in here, but I think I just made an awesome contact. They buy out companies for their IP, their intellectual property, and they don't want to deal with the inventory. I deal with the inventory. I don't want the IP. They also have, I think he said about 400,000 units sitting in a warehouse that they want to get rid of right around the corner from me. I actually just saw a booth for a company that sponsored one of my videos a while back. If you remember the Smart Lots video. So I'm going to touch base with them, see if they want to sponsor another video. Maybe they'll be sponsoring this one. Probably not. There's nobody there, so I'll come back, touch base with them another day. I'm gonna start making my rounds here. I wish I had more business cards. I've got 9 left. There was one wrinkled up, one in my wallet that I gave to her on the train yesterday. I could probably come in here to almost every single one of these and just try and get their liquidation. I know one business model that people do is they'll come here and buy out the booth because they don't want to ship it all back, so they'll just buy whatever they have on display here.
Aquí tengo muy poco de par y mira, solamente estoy con ahí.
I haven't eaten yet today, and I was gonna grab a slice. It's $7 for a slice of cheese pizza. Yeah, I'm gonna go somewhere else. Alright, so I'm gonna eat here. Get a sandwich. Never mind on that idea. It looked really good, but I was in line for 15 minutes and it didn't even move. I guess I'm gonna go and spend 25 bucks on 2 slices of pizza and a side. They had burgers in there. I don't know how much they were. I could get a burger, but I had a burger for dinner last night. I had a burger for lunch yesterday. And I had 3 burgers right before my flight. And I don't expect the food in here to be good. So I think I'll go with the pizza. So $17.34 was my lunch. So it actually wasn't bad. It's a step above Sbarro's. I like Sbarro's. I'm still really hungry though, but I spent 17 bucks. I'm too cheap to spend more than that on lunch. I love when I'm walking somewhere and a viewer recognizes me. I was walking and I just hear Resale Rabbit. And this is already the second time this happened today, but the first time it was someone that I actually know. So shout out to Ben, Kate, and David. Ran into them somewhere over here. I don't know. I'm just wandering around at this point. No one's here from the liquidation booth either. They flew me actually here to Las Vegas 2 years ago, I think, to speak at the Reverse Logistics Association conference thing. That was fun. I would love to do that again. So if anybody from liquidation.com is watching, yeah. I also almost stole the cell phone of the CEO. He was sitting on the table next to me and I thought it was mine and grabbed it and walked off. So I'll stop back probably tomorrow, touch base with them. I think I've pretty much gotten through this whole hall. This is just the West Hall. I think this is the smallest of the 3. So another one that I'm supposed to look for, they're not here yet. I love how every booth is advertised as closeouts. Most of them aren't. And then also, a lot of booths have signs that say we don't accept Amazon sellers. That needs to be the entrance to my house. I think I'm gonna have to reach out to this company and see if they want some dryers. So if you saw my video coming here, it's like a 5-hour flight and it was awful. So I just upgraded to a first class seat. It was an extra $139, which doesn't sound like much, but I think the flight was $39. So like 4 times the cost, but it was worth it because I do not want to sit in that tiny seat. Here's another one that hasn't shown up yet that I'm supposed to come see. Alright, I'm gonna head back to the hotel now and regroup. So I just bought 26,000 and some change units of this craft kit. It's like 7 or 8 different kits, but it was a subscription box model from a major toy brand. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. 8,700 of them are in Wisconsin, so that'll be easy. I'll just ship it to my warehouse. The other almost 18,000 units are in California. I can't send, it's gonna be probably 2 semi-trucks. I cannot send 2 trucks to California. It's just not cost effective. So I need to sell them to someone on the West Coast here soon. They said they want them out within 3 weeks. So it's nice they're giving me 3 weeks, but yeah. This was one where they actually reached out to me here. but someone that I had talked to. I was just walking there and said, hey, come here, look at these. I painted my fingernail because I wanted to make sure the paint hadn't dried up or anything like that. So that should be interesting. But my cost is cheap. I think I can flip them. I'm nervous with the California ones. I just had to help someone buy a ticket for the monorail. He didn't seem to speak English. Oh, I just missed the train. Oh well. He didn't seem to speak English, so he couldn't figure out the kiosk to buy it. So he literally just handed me his card and said, do it for me. Okay, so things happening. I was gonna go do some sightseeing. I'm walking down by the lobby and I run into the owner and VP of the company that I bought all that stuff from. And they invited me to drinks. So we had a couple of drinks, we were talking, that turned into dinner. We got some really good Chinese food. And that led to more. So this company, it's a toy company. They do about 10 million a year on Amazon. They don't do anything with their returns. He said, yeah, we used to have people like repackage them and send them in. It just wasn't worth it. So they have pallets upon pallets of returns. They're doing nothing with it. So I'm going to be buying all their returns. I will have a contract with them dealing with all of their customer returns through Amazon and selling that off. So that'll be fun. But then he showed me this brand that he built. It's a birdhouse or a bird feeder. And it's just not worth his time. He's into toys. He's in two major retailers. I don't want to give too many details. One is a huge big box store, and the other one is a smaller chain of stores. That's national, but smaller. And then, of course, he sells it on Amazon. And he says, I've got 5,000 units left. I think I'm just going to cut my losses, sell them off to this big company, and get rid of it. So now I'm thinking about buying this brand, which could be interesting because that would get me back into selling on Amazon, albeit just this one SKU. And it would get me my foot in the door on selling to some of these major retailers. It's really tempting. So I'm going to chat with them again tomorrow. We're probably going to get dinner again and see if we can put something together on that. That could be interesting. But anyways, I didn't want to whip out the camera and film because, well, first off, neither of them know that I'm a YouTuber. I'd never brought it up, and that would be weird. And I'm trying to suck up to these people to, buy from them. But anyways, all of this started from just chatting with some lady on the train when the train was stuck and they weren't moving. My phone is blowing up here because I've asked like 10 different people's advice. I know nothing about managing a brand on Amazon. It's something that I would have to learn from the ground up. And I barely know anything about Amazon because I haven't sold on Amazon in a couple of years. So it'd be interesting. But if he's just going to cut his losses... Oh, my arm's tired. So I asked a buddy of mine whose wife just sold her private label brand. And he says going rate's about 2 to 3 times revenue, but it's... there are a lot of other factors at play, especially since this brand is in some major retailers. So it should be interesting. This is separate from the $10 million a year toy company. $10 million a year they do on Amazon. He owns 3 toy companies. 2 he bought. 1 he started himself. And then he tried to start this and... well, he says it didn't work out for him, but it seems to be ranked really well. It's got 4.5 stars on Amazon, 150 reviews, which is not a lot of reviews, I'm told. I don't know. I've got lots to think about. But I'm going to go meet up with Jameson and a bunch of other people at the Venetian, and I guess they're going to gamble. I'm probably not going to gamble, but I'll hang out with them. So I'll try and get some footage of that. So I was tearing open a case of water. And my finger slipped. Like took a slice out of my thumbnail. It's a pretty deep cut. Seems like the bleeding stopped. But I brought a first aid kit thanks to my other half. So I am going to use one of these Band-Aids because now I'm looking at my thumb and it's starting to bleed again. And I am leaving the hotel, so I want to make sure that it's not going to be bleeding. I bumped into them in the lobby again. It's like we both live in the lobby or something. Alright, I'm taking an Uber rather than the train because it's kind of terrible weather. It's rainy and gross. And I don't feel like walking to the train. Well, walking to the train's easy. It's right here. But walking to the Venetian from the train is probably a good 20-minute walk. So I'm looking for a restaurant in here that they're at. And I saw signs pointing to Restaurants Row. Figured it'd be in there. Restaurants Row is like 3 restaurants. So I Googled it, and I think it's in the area where the live music was by the gondola ride yesterday. I rode one of those yesterday. That's in yesterday's video though, which is on the other channel. Link down below. You're gonna have to go watch that one. I also tried on hats in that hat store. I think it's through there. I think that's it right there. It's pretty in here in the evening time when it gets dark out. Jameson took us someplace where we're gonna get murdered.
If we're lucky.
If we're lucky. If we're lucky.
See, look at that. We made it.
We made it. There's an elevator here to take us to the murder room.
It's not what they call it anymore.
The murder dungeon.
Hey, that's my style. I like the sound of that.
And we're getting on the rickety elevator. This is the guy who's gonna get us killed. So we got the pro at work here. He's the expert. He knows what he's doing. Except he already lost $8, $9.
He's out now.
It's been like 8 seconds. The pro's about to lose it all. There you go. Oh, back up to only lost 25% now. I told him he should have just given the $20 to me. At least it would go to a good cause.
$100.
He needs a 2. He gets $200.
All right, let's go. Son of a.
Hey, you made $375.
Hey, let's go.
It is 2 a.m. I need to go to the hotel and sack out. I did gamble. Jerry gave me a 50, and I put it in one of the machines for I don't know where I'm going here. I put it in one of the roulette machines. I won him 50 cents. So that's my gambling for the week. So, I got a fancy ride here. I went to, at the Palms where I was, I asked about where to go for ride share because there's a certain designated spot at each of these places for like Uber and Lyft. And he's like, do you want a ride? We'll just give you a ride. So I got really nice SUV. I got a ride there. They opened the door for me. I felt like $1,000,000. So that was fun. So that is it for me today. I am going to head up to the room and pass out for the night. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Join me in the next one where I try to sell all this garbage that I bought. I'm just going to walk through ASD tomorrow and see if I can find anyone who's willing to buy it.